Hey pen people, a little bit of a bonus video for you here. About 80% of you said that you would like to see a currently inked video, which is something that a lot of fountain pen YouTubers seem to do. They make videos about what they're currently using that day or that week or whatever. So I wanted to show you what's in my rotation right now. And instead of just fountain pens, I have 4 currently. I just cleaned a ton of them. So I've narrowed it down finally because I had a lot that were inked up and some that were drying out. So finally I whittled it down, but these are the 4 I'm currently using. And then I also have 2 pencils that I've been really enjoying, so I threw those in too. So this video is going to be currently inked and currently sharpened. So what do I have here? I'm going to tell you what all of these are, and then I'll show you the ink that's in them and how they write and all that kind of stuff. The first one is going to be a little different. I'm actually not going to show you what is in this box just yet because I have a video coming out in a few weeks about this fountain pen. It is a beautiful handmade wooden fountain pen. I'm going to let this be a little bit of a cliffhanger as far as that one goes. So stay tuned for that video coming up later on. Next we have this. This is a vintage cross fountain pen. My understanding is that cross has changed quite a bit over the years. It's not what it used to be, but this pen is, I think, what it used to be. I was stunned when I inked this up. My wife actually found this at an estate sale. We went there and I found a few pens, ballpoint kind of stuff that were kind of cool, but this, she found the fountain pen and it is so cool. So I'm excited to show you more about that one. Oh, and because it was at an estate sale, we were buying a ton of stuff. My wife sells on eBay, so she was buying a bunch of stuff. So when everything was factored in, we got this pen for pennies. It has a 14 karat gold nib and all that kind of stuff. It's really cool pen. And I didn't really have to pay anything for it. This pen, it's in a sleeve because it's just so pretty and I don't want it to get scratched. This is the Omas Ogiva. This is the Espresso Martini limited edition that they recently came out with. And it is gorgeous and it has a gorgeous gold nib. I'll show you what I've got inked up in there in a minute. I've got a good old Lamy Safari here. It has a medium nib on this one, and this is the white and black retro pen. It's like a re-release of one of their 90s editions. So this came out a couple of years ago. Let me talk about these pencils really quick, and then I'll show you the ink that's in these pens. So this is a Tombow recycled pencil. I got this on eBay, and the eBay listing said that these are vintage. I don't know for sure if they're that old, but they are a bit older. I've looked up their recycled pencils that are available now, and they look pretty different. So I really like the look of these. The Japanese lettering on them is really cool, and they just have a really cool look because they are made from recycled wood. They've got these cool seams on them where you can see the different chunks of wood were bonded together. And it's just a pencil with a lot of character, and I enjoy writing with it too. It's a good writer. And then recently, there was a conversation in the comments section of one of my videos about Musgrave pencils, and so I decided to give them a shot. So I got the Harvest number 2 pencils, and they come in a box like this. It's a nice box. And it's a nice pencil. It's maybe not quite as refined as some of my Japanese pencils like Tombow. I've got the Tombow Mono 100 over here, which I like a lot. This pen doesn't feel quite as polished or refined. The eraser on it is adequate, but nothing crazy. But this pen is such a good writer. I just kind of melted a little bit when I started writing with this. It's so smooth. It's the most fountain pen-like experience that I've had from a pencil. So let's take a look at how these things write. I've got some Tomoe River paper for this. This is the 68 GSM. Good paper. And let's see, we're gonna start back over on this side and work back up to this amazing gold nib here. So let's start with this Musgrave pencil, the Harvest number 2. Okay, so like I said, this is such a smooth pencil. I don't need to use very much pressure. It's pretty dark compared to most pencils, but it's not that smudgy. I feel like as far as smudge resistance goes, it is as good as something like this, which costs a bit more. So really good writing experience. I don't care as much for the eraser, and sometimes the quality control was a little bit weird. Like one of the pencils came with like some of the paint missing right here, just kind of odd, but as far as the writing experience goes, whew, it is amazing. All right, let's take a closer look at this Tombow recycled pencil. It's an HB, so in the same ballpark-ish as the number 2. I've found that HB and number 2 pencils range pretty widely as far as the experience, but in general, it's a good balance between soft and hard and dark and all that kind of stuff. So here's the Tombow recycled pencil. I can't film and write. It's so hard. Sorry, it's such a mess. Yeah, so it's also very smooth. It's a pleasant pencil to use, but it does require a bit more pressure than the Musgrave if you want to get those dark lines. It's a good all-around pencil. It's got good point retention, but it doesn't have that soft feeling that the Musgrave has. It does have a much nicer eraser though, much softer, more effective eraser. Let me show you this one really quick too. This one just feels drier, rougher. I guess it still kind of gets you to the same place as the Tombow, but this one feels very smooth. This one feels more rough. All right, Lamy Safari. The ink in here is Anderillium Cotinga Burgundy. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it is a pretty ink. It's a handmade ink from a little American maker. Really nice stuff. I really like Anderillium. They're a cool company. Let me zoom in. I feel like all of my Lamy nibs are just slightly different from all the other ones. They just all have their own unique personality. This one is really smooth, and it is a true medium, but bordering on fine. And it's nice, and this is a pretty ink. I like this ink a lot. All right, now we're definitely moving up. We're going from $30 to $500. This is such a cool pen. It has some cool weight to it, and it's got that, I'm trying to not show you the little weird note on my hand, but there it is. Anyway, it's got that amazing dual-toned gold nib on it. It's just, this pen is amazing. So let's see, this is the Omas. This is an extra fine nib, and yeah, as far as extra fines go, it's pretty doggone smooth. If you want to see a video that really takes a deep dive into this pen, I made that recently, so you can take a look. I'll link it up here. It'll be linked in the description, and it's really good. This ink that I have in here, this is probably my all-time favorite ink. This is Pilot Iroshizuku Syoro. It goes down very blue, and then it turns more green as it dries for a nice kind of teal color. It's really nice. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Syoro translates to, I'm not going to get exactly right, but something like pine forest or something like that. It's kind of a pine green kind of color. It's really nice. Okay, now we have this old vintage Cross pen. This is a really interesting pen. There's some amount of gold in the body of the pen itself, and then this little almost Lamy-esque gold nib on there. It's a nice looking little nib, and it's still really shiny. It's held up well. I'm getting ink all over myself here. It's held up well over time. I don't know how much the previous owner used this pen, but when I got it, I did have to spend a lot of time cleaning it. That's one of the main things I don't like about vintage pens, is they usually come dirty with ink that's been dried in there for like 40 years, and you have to just clean and clean and clean and clean, and it still isn't clean. And yeah, but this is a really cool pen. So let's take a look at how it writes. Okay, I don't know why I capitalized vintage pen. It's not the name of the pen. I don't know what the name of the pen is, but it is a Cross pen, and it is vintage. It's a medium nib. It's very, very juicy. It's probably bigger slightly than the Lamy medium. And this is such a smooth nib. I was so surprised when I inked this up and tried it. It's like one of the smoothest nibs I have. And it's wet so wet, but also very controlled at the same time. It's not gushing everywhere, but it's juicy, it's fun to write with, and it's not a flex nib, but you can definitely feel the bounce as you're writing with it. Oh, so nice. Another reason I really love this pen is, and I don't have it on me, but I'll put some B-roll up here to show you, but this pen matches a pen I inherited from my grandpa that was given to him for a work anniversary. So this is kind of, this is a cool pen because it kind of completes the pair a little bit between the ballpoint pen I got from my grandpa and this fountain pen. I almost forgot to tell you what ink I put in this pen. This is Lamy Cliff, or Lamy Pink Cliff, depending on who you ask. But it's a really nice ink. The color is a little hard to describe. It's like it's a very dark, almost black color that is somewhere between blue and purple. It's a really interesting one. I like it a lot. So there's my currently inked, currently sharpened. We'll see if I can keep it to this small number. What usually happens is I clean a bunch of pens, and then I start with 1 or 2, and then it just kind of grows and grows and grows over time until I have like 10. And I'll also have some affiliate links for some pencils, Lamy Safari, that kind of thing, if you want to take a look at those. Those will be in the description. Also, a big thanks to Toots4 and Helix, my newest channel members. Thank you so much for your extra support. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.